Welcome to the Film Frenzy podcast. My name is Benjamin. I'm here with Carter, and we are here to talk about all things film, which means movies, television, and story-based video games. We have some news this week on that front, so we get to actually include it. So yeah.
Start off with our highs and lows like we always do. Then we have some trailers to talk about, and then a top 10 list, which we haven't done in a bit. I'll start it off with I'll go high of the week.
Okay.
So obviously I'm a Spider-Man fan, and the Spider-Man Noir trailer finally released after waiting for way too long. I thought it looked really good. It made me really excited for the show.
Yeah, and you saw it in black and white and color.
I watched both.
And you said black and white looked cheap.
I didn't like it as much in black and white.
There's, and I wonder if, I don't know enough about filmmaking in the process. I know there is a difference, or so I've been told, when they film something in black and white with black and white film versus turning it black and white. And this was obviously filmed in color.
Yeah.
So because you can't go the other way, or you can, but it's very difficult. So that's why it looks cheap.
I wonder, but it made me not want to watch it in black and white, because I watched it in black and white. I was like, oh no, is this show gonna be bad? And then I watched it in color. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it looks good. So Nicolas Cage is when he was famous, when he was making A movies instead of C movies, he was always had a slightly crazy edge to him, and this, yeah, it seems to pull it, it seems to be written for him.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be the surprise hit of the year.
Here's my thing though. I think it looks like a big step down from the the superhero things we normally get from Prime. I don't think it looks nearly as good as Boys or Invincible. Those are the only two. Yeah.
I don't know. It's Spider-Man. I don't. I think the ceiling for this show is really high, but I think you're right. I think it's very possible it could be. There's a huge gap here at this point. It's not like Brand New Day where I think the floor is really high and the ceiling is really high. It's this could be either direction still. So we'll find out.
I think it's gonna be great, but I also wouldn't be too surprised if it's awful.
My only fear, the thought I had was that Nick Cage is starting to look like he's getting up there in age.
But Ben Reilly is old.
But I was just wondering, here, I want to see how old he actually. 62. Okay, it's not that high. I'm just he has to be somewhat physical in the movie. I know, obviously, the Spider-Man, when he has the mask on, is played by somebody else, I'm sure. But, yeah, so I'm just wondering how well he'll be able to pull it off.
Old.
I didn't know that, though, so that's good to know. Mm-hmm. But the only thing I didn't notice in the show, did it ever show him with a gun? Because that's Spider-Man Noir's thing, is that he's the only Spider-Man that uses a gun, and I never saw the gun in the trailer.
I don't know. Hold on, I have to check this really quick.
Not that would dramatically change things for me, but it would be interesting if he doesn't use a gun, because I don't know much about Spider-Man Noir. I just have always seen him with a gun on his hip, and I've assumed it's a part of his character.
I don't know. I'm trying to look it up if he does, but I just can't. I can't find it.
If he has a gun?
Yeah, in the show.
Yeah. Well, time will tell. I have hopes for this. I really want it to be good, because I want them to make. I want to see more streaming services being willing to tackle superhero stuff, because we saw Netflix do it extremely well. If Amazon, they already did it with The Boys, if they can crush it with this one, it's just, I think it's good. It's good for Disney to have some competition. Mm-hmm. It forces them to innovate and be a little bit stronger. So,
and another thing about Noir is that they're pulling in some not popular villains at all. We have Black Cat. She's probably the most popular. But then we also have these two I've genuinely never heard of.
I thought there was another well-known one that was gonna be in it.
I don't know.
Not like Scorpion, not somebody like that, but I don't remember who it was. I thought it was mentioned, but anyway, I don't know. Not in the trailer, but rumored. So anyway, it looks really good. So that's your high of the week.
Yeah.
My high of the week is something that actually hasn't happened yet. It kind of has half happened. So we have that every Wednesday night, Carter and I watch a movie or a TV show together. And we have been rewatching Indiana Jones, and we just watched Temple. So my high of the week is partially that we've been doing it, because this is my one of my, if not my favorite trilogy, if you just the original three. And we are watching arguably one of my like top 4 or 5 favorite movies of all time this week. So
Really?
that's what I'm really excited about. And I know Raiders is supposed to be the best Indiana Jones movie, but for me, it's hands down Crusade.
Watch me hate it just as much as I hate Man of Steel.
That would break my heart if Last Crusade didn't hit with you. I think you're gonna like it. It's got the tone of Raiders, but it's got a really great chemistry between Sean Connery and Harrison Ford. It's just so peak.
I'm excited for it.
And he's back to fighting Nazis. Like that's the whole like
Okay.
that's Indy being Indy. It's him versus the Nazis. It's peak. So some people really felt like, and I'd be very curious to get your take, that the whole this is a slight spoiler, though you figure it out within the first few minutes that Indiana Jones's dad is in
Yeah,
it,
I
and
know
and
Sean
he's played by Sean Connery. And so a lot of people felt like that made it like almost too family friendly, I guess, especially coming off of how dark Temple of Doom was. Holy cow! But I love it. I just think it's great. A lot of people will say the same things about that as they say about Return of the Jedi. Like the Ewoks made it too kiddish. The dad dynamic was too much. But I love every second of it.
About the Return of the Jedi thing, I have some things to say about that whenever we make our Star Wars video.
Yeah, you got some hot takes?
Yeah, I do. Just teasing that.
Return. What did you rate it?
4.5.
Okay. Then it's not going to be that horrible.
Yeah. I also
Okay.
gave Attack of the Clones 4.5. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, well, that's fair. We'll talk about that later. Yeah.
My low of the week isn't that the trailer came out for Adventures of the Cliff Booth. Actually, I'll talk about the trailer right now. Just go ahead and say this before I say my low of the week. I thought the trailer looked really good. I'm not a big fan of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was one of my first Tarantino movies. I felt like nothing really happened, and then the ending scene with Brad Pitt was just brutally violent. And I have a feeling the ending scene of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is going to be kind of like what sets up the next movie, because they talk about it. Are you going to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood before it comes out?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do want to see it. It's on my my hypothetical I want to see list. I don't actually have a list yet. I need one.
But no, it's a good movie. I actually like Brad Pitt's part in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood more than any other part. I don't love Margot Robbie or Leonardo DiCaprio in it at all. But so seeing that they're gonna make it directed by Fincher, written by Tarantino, I thought it was gonna be great. Super excited for it. But then I realized it's gonna be like Wake Up Dead Man, where it's barely gonna get any theater time. And it's gonna go straight to Netflix.
So this is your low, is
Yeah.
the fact that it's doing that. And boy, did that throw up some red flags when I found that out, because you got a huge director in David Fincher,
A huge writer
in
one of the biggest actors of all
Tarantino,
time.
one of the biggest actors of all time, and it's almost a straight to streaming. It's virtually straight to
And
streaming.
it's gonna release in like June or July, like prime movie months. Where like imagine we got a Spielberg and then Tarantino / Fincher movie in the same month. Would've been crazy, but then they're gonna release it pretty much like straight to streaming.
And my very first thought was future of DC. If they're doing that with a Fincher and Tarantino and Brad Pitt movie, does especially anything lower than Superman, have a chance?
Let's be like, to be fair, superhero movies do make a lot better than make a lot more money nowadays.
True, but I mean, there's some drawing power in this movie.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary.
What's Fincher's last movie?
Let me think about it. I got this. If it's not the movie Monk, because that movie came out in like around COVID, I'm gonna say Monk, but I'm gonna check myself.
What else is he really well known for?
Okay, Social Network 7.
Oh, gotcha.
Fight
Yeah.
Club.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't get him in my head. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I think that bodes very poorly for DC. It just fans the flame of everybody's concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who groaned when it was announced that they were the winning bid for the WB or for Warner Brothers knew
I
that.
was the killer. I was one movie off.
So yeah, I think you're right. I think that is a very big low of the week. It's a bad thing for. See, this is everybody in Hollywood right now is freaking out about AI for good reason. Like AI is bad for the creative world. We've already talked about it on the podcast. But I think this is sneaky bad for Hollywood as well. And it's not being talked about enough. This straight to streaming. I mean, you do see. I think it was Timothy Chalamet. I think had a headline this week talking about how movies it's different when you experience it in theaters. It's just a whole different experience. Actors are still trying to defend it, but this should be something that is like a big deal. That a big name really movie like this is going straight to streaming virtually.
But honestly, a lot less people have heard about it because like the movie theaters aren't also promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot less people have heard about it because I know one of my friends love movies, are like super into them. They didn't know this movie was come out. They didn't know the trailer came out. But they've been to the theater a good amount in the past month.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, Netflix isn't stupid. They built an empire on their strategies. So they seem to think monetarily this makes sense. It just seems I just think it's bad. It's just bad. Maybe in 10 years we're going to be reviewing this and saying, wow, we just sound like a bunch of grumpy old men and we weren't embracing the future. But I hate this for Hollywood.
Yeah, me too. And I love the theater so much.
I mean, the theater experience is so special, and I get it. It's getting crazy expensive to go to a movie. The tickets, let alone if you want any concessions. It is prohibitive, and when you're looking at 2026 and all these movies that we want to see in the theaters, like not that long ago we were listing them off, and in the back of my mind I'm ticking off the cost of going to every one of these movies. So I get like, okay, I have a Netflix subscription. There is like that is good for the consumer on one hand to not have to go to every movie.
And chances are I don't know if I'd be able to see Adventures or whatever.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have caught that in the theater. So, I mean, I get it on one level. I just don't like it.
I would have sometime. I probably wouldn't opening night. Just like, it still sucks. I might still try to see it in theater when it comes out for those few days.
I guess so. I guess my angst over it isn't this movie in particular. Because to be completely honest with you, if I see it in 2026, it might be a surprise for me. It's just not a movie on my list for this year. I'm more worried about Warner Brothers. The future of Warner Brothers. Like, I would hate for I really doubt it would happen with Superman, but anything less than Superman. What if Clayface in the future, or if Supergirl would have been I think those movies potentially would go straight to Netflix now.
It sucks, dude.
So,
and the DC movies, like all Netflix, they're still getting some theater time, even if it is only a few days.
But yeah, I mean, it's like it's the same thing. Like, imagine if Disney had that strategy, and sure, we get to see Avengers, but all the rest of them we had to go see, and we have to only stream them on Disney Plus. That just sucks. So anyway, so that's that. My low of the week happened yesterday. I think this has been my low of the week multiple times over the last year. I had to work on Saturday. That's always a low for me. I hate working on Saturday, especially a weekend that you guys are hanging out at my place. But on top of it, I got to talk to somebody, lovely person, who absolutely cussed me out like crazy and just ranted, and I was just stuck. And it had absolutely nothing to do with me. I did nothing to this person. I had no say whatsoever in what he was ranting about. And it was not fun. It was not fun. It was one of my lows of this job.
I paid him to do that.
Yeah, I'd believe it, because it was so... It was so like uncalled for. So like I get bad things happen and you get disappointed sometimes, but come on, you treat your fellow human being like a human being, especially if they have nothing to do with it. And he knew I had nothing to do with it. I was just the target at the moment, and it just sucked because there's nothing I could do about it but sit there and take.
So we've got 3 trailers to talk about. 1 movie review I got to do, and then 1 news. So, or actually 2 news, because you're...
Yeah, mine.
So which one? What do we want to do first?
Let's start with how many trailers?
3.
All right, let's break up the trailers. So start with the trailer.
Supergirl.
All right. So the new Supergirl trailer
Didn't really reveal much at all.
No, it's debuted at the Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. Baby Crypto, so we got to see his origin story a little bit, but otherwise, yeah.
More Guardians.
It really, this one even more than the last one. I was like, am I watching a Guardians trailer right now?
I think Baby Crypto's gonna get hurt, but they screwed himself over because now that we know it's Baby Crypto or whatever, there was that one scene. They're not gonna kill Crypto in the second movie he's in. A lot of people think they're gonna kill Crypto.
No.
They need Crypto for toys.
Oh, exactly.
So,
that would be such a money maker.
He's gonna get hurt, and we're gonna think he's gonna die. That he's not gonna die.
Yeah, no, Crypto's not dying. I will eat my words on this podcast if I have to, but I am saying right now that Crypto is not dying unless the DC just doesn't like making money.
It'd be like killing Baby Groot.
Yeah, exactly. Killing him in the first season. Grogu in the first season. Like, okay, now that we're at a movie stage, if you were to die at this point, it's a little different. But like when they first introduced Grogu and killing him off would have been so stupid.
That's all I really got to say about it.
Yeah. I'm concerned. On one hand, like the fact that it looks like Guardians 4, like, is a good thing because the Guardians were so great.
Good,
but
I'm getting too much repetitiveness from James Gunn.
Because Superman, it was so original and so different from Guardians. That was great. Are we going to start slipping into Guardians territory and then it doesn't feel original? Yeah.
I'm nervous for that, but there's no reason for us to doubt James Gunn at the same time. So.
No, there is no reason to.
Since we talked about Grogu, might as well talk about the little Mando teaser we got. Again, not much to talk about it besides it looked really, really bad.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to go out there on the limb. I don't think this is a hot take. I think that was a masterclass of how to make a terrible trailer.
It was just the worst ever. Like, I'm going to be honest. The Ant-Man 3 trailer, the Marvels trailer, terrible movies. They had good trailers. Like,
yeah.
This was, I don't think that scene's actually going to be in the movie. I don't know if it will be or not, but it's just so bad.
So the joke is, it was right there in the comments, and it was my first thought, even before I saw the comment, was, oh, this is a truck commercial. Because it was releasing at the Super Bowl, was it a joke? And if it was, somebody's got to come out and say it. Because if it was a joke, okay, it was a truck commercial. Odd to use a Star Wars property to make a joke, but it was a bad truck commercial.
And even if it was a joke, that's not a time to make a joke. Star Wars is not in the state to be making a movie and then getting a Super Bowl trailer and making a joke. Everybody's going to think, yeah, Star Wars is a joke.
If Deadpool had done that at the Super Bowl, it would have made sense to me because Deadpool is all about making fun. Yeah, Deadpool's all about making fun of properties and things like that. So that would have made sense. Mando? No. So when you first watched this trailer, I was driving, so I couldn't watch. I could hear it, and I heard Sam Elliott, and so my initial thought was, oh, this trailer. So I know you saw season 1, but you don't remember it at all. Season 1, Mando in particular, was written and feels like a Western. Yeah. It's a Western. So Sam Elliott, famous for being in all the Westerns and has that cowboy sound. So I'm like, okay, they're trying to tie it back to its cowboy roots. Got me excited to wondering if Sam Elliott's in it, but I doubt he is.
Yeah. It's just so odd. Like, it doesn't make sense to me for Mandalorian to do that. I would even think it'd make more sense for Starfighter to do that because, like, I don't know, Ryan Gosling's like a funnier actor. I don't know anything about Starfighter, but Mandalorian, this serious character, way to stress people out about the movie. Now, hold on, I'm gonna check if we're recording just because now I'm stressed out for every single thing. Even though I checked before, just gotta make sure.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So Sam Elliott, going back to that, Sam Elliott is famous for Westerns, so that's what I thought the tie-in was. But what is he also famous for? Beer commercials, truck commercials, really? All of those kinds of commercials. That's what he does voiceovers for them. So again, it was like they turned Mandalorian Grogu into a spoof.
That's stupid. It was a bad move. And I all of a sudden since the Super Bowl have seen a lot more people say, well, just another stupid Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Or just another pointless Star Wars movie. Didn't see those at all before that.
No, because I know you watched the initial trailer and weren't impressed. I was excited based on that trailer. I thought, wow, this looks good.
I'm so nervous for it now. Marvel, it's like Marvel, but I think 10 times worse because there just isn't that many defending Star Wars anymore.
No, it's a dying property, which is really sad because
One of
until
the best things ever.
I mean, so before Disney bought it, it was like it was the property everybody wanted more of, but they weren't getting it. Like everybody wanted more Star Wars movies, and then Disney gets it. We're like, yes, we're gonna get more Star Wars movies, and now we're like, I don't even care if Star Wars does anything ever again.
Yeah, it's sad. I think Starfighter is gonna be sneaky good.
Oh, I bet you it will be. There's still hope for the series.
Yeah.
It's just that if there's anything that if it's almost like they couldn't have done worse with that trailer because it's killing everything that was good about the excitement around Star Wars right now.
Well, I think out of every movie this year, I am most nervous for that movie. I'm scared that Toy Story 5 is gonna be bad, but at the same time, if that's bad, it does not have the impact that Mandalorian has if it's bad.
If Mandalorian bombs, not just bombs, but is objectively bad, like Solo bombed, but it arguably was not a horrendous movie. If Grogu is both bomb and a bad movie, what is that going to do for the future of Star Wars? You know, it's just that was a bad trailer.
It was.
It really was. Okay, I think we beat that horse,
Minions?
that tauntaun.
That's funny. Minions?
Minions
and Monsters?
Minions and Monsters.
I do want to say, I just said this before, I want me, you, and the other thing that lives in our house.
That I always say the name. I do all the time.
Yeah. We're going to watch every Despicable Me, and every Minions movie before this comes out. We're gonna do it.
All right.
And then we're going to be like, that's going to make us like this movie better, because I think this movie is going to be more like Minions 2 or Despicable Me 3, like decent movies.
Okay. I don't remember Despicable.
If you remember, Despicable Me 3 is the one where he meets his brother, and then there's like
yes.
that. I didn't
hate
that movie.
I didn't hate it. Yeah. It was fun. It was not as good as like Minions 1, but it was.
Yeah. Minions 1's the first best by far.
By far.
And then Despicable Me 1, I still like.
Yeah.
And then there's just a huge gap.
Yep. I was actually intrigued by this. Like you had talked down, like because you said the main Minions aren't in this one.
Yeah, that makes me mad because they were awesome.
You're positive about that because they looked like them.
Because Bob is really short and has one eye. Stuart is very tall and has two eyes. None of them were tall enough and none of them were short enough.
Okay.
There's that one fat one.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only thing that really struck me, so it looked funny to me. It looked like it was going to have its moments. The only thing that struck me as weird was the green monster comes out and he's super cute and he basically talks normal for the most part. And that was an odd choice for the Minions franchise. Mm-hmm. I would have thought he would have had at least some kind of a sillier voice, more cartoony.
And like the monster, I feel like we've already kind of touched on monsters and stuff with Minions 1 because there was all the villains. I think those are kind of go neck and neck.
I will tell you though, in the trailer, the moment that had me gut laugh was when they're doing that fight in the beginning, and the dude like holds out his finger. I'm like, what is he doing? Turns around, pokes the guy in the eye, and that was really well done. That was
feel
funny.
Like there's gonna be a good amount of funny parts in this movie.
So I'm now. So that trailer worked for me. Mm-hmm. Now I'm excited. Not excited, but I'm interested in Minions 3. I wasn't until I saw the trailer.
I'm gonna go ahead and review Crime 101.
So I'm going to get out of here because I want to see that.
Okay.
All right. Hold that thought. I'm old. You'll have to yell out for me.
Yeah. Spoiler review of Crime 101. Okay. I thought this movie was actually a lot of fun. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5. I just haven't gotten to reviewing it yet. I thought it was really good. I thought it was probably a little bit, which is really crazy for me to say this because I don't say this about movies. I thought it had too much story and not enough action and not enough almost character development. I felt like it was just too story driven, which made it seem way too big. I don't know. It's hard to explain. And another thing is I felt like the ending dragged on way too much. I thought there's some person died. It was the acting was great, by the way, but the guy who has the best acting performance, he's in Eternals or whatever. He has a great scene, and he dies, and the movie should have ended when he started zooming in the body. And then Chris Hemsworth's character got away, and then it made it all way too repetitive at the very end. Not repetitive, corny, I guess. And then the last thing I have to say is that I'm ready, by the way. Last thing I have to say is that if they hired a different actor to replace Chris Hemsworth, like a stronger actor, the movie would have been a lot better. But he was just kind of stiff in the movie, which caused it to be a little bit, I don't know, just not as good.
I get what I haven't seen the movie yet. Obviously, that's why I left the room. But coming back in, because you had conveyed to me that you thought a better actor earlier would have been a different actor would have been better. I get what you're saying with stiff, because Chris Hemsworth can be a little bit, and it works when the role is right. Like in Extraction 1, which you didn't love, I adore. He is very stiff in that movie, but he's supposed to be. It fits his role. Stiff. Yeah,
because he's like big god,
and he's like, especially in Thor 1, he's like. Not he doesn't get the human interaction and everything
but this one he's supposed to be like a spy, not spy, but like criminal, and it just doesn't work. Okay, do we want to? No, we had to talk about the last piece of news, which I don't really want to talk about it just because it's more Spider-Man rumors, like with Tombstone and stuff. I don't really want to talk about it because we've been getting so many Spider-Man rumors. I kind of want to wait till the trailer comes out.
Well, now we've already said it, so now we have to talk about it.
Just like we don't have to dive too deep into it because we've in the past year we've gotten so much Spider-Man rumors and stuff that I don't even know what to trust anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what is it? What is
like
it? We're
Tombstone.
not talking about? Oh, Tombstone being in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? The only people who know are the writers and Sadie Sink. I did read that her immediate family and friends know her role. Like she was allowed to tell people around her, and she said so they know, but they're the only people in the world who know outside of the cast. Them. Yeah. So apparently, if you can get them on the Tonight Show, maybe you'll get them to spill the beans. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm a little tired of the. I'm gonna go up and down this year. Like with Doomsday speculations, like sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm on board. Let's speculate, and sometimes like I'm already tired of it. So it's gonna be an up and down year with that.
Yeah, I want to wait till if it got confirmed, then totally, I would love talking about it.
Yeah,
just it's another out of the millions of theories we've gotten the past year.
You want to know my big theory about the trailer? It's not gonna tell us anything.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna love the trailer, then I'm gonna watch it over and over again, and I'm gonna be in the exact same spot I am now.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna build hype, and they're not gonna tell us a darn thing. Certainly not Sadie Sink's character.
We're gonna see her face.
Yeah, if they tell us a character, honestly, I'll be very disappointed. I love the suspense and not knowing. I doubt there's any way I'm gonna get to the theater and still not know. It's somewhere along the way there's gonna be a spoiler, but I love the thought of getting to go to the movie having no idea what she is doing.
I agree.
Is everybody this excited about Sadie Sink, or is it just us because of the Spider-Man?
I really haven't heard
connection?
as many people say.
I've read though a lot of articles about people like speculating and wanting to know Sadie Sink's character, so we're not alone in that being a big desire.
But I feel like we're way more. More people are worried about the villains. I think we're more worried about the Sadie Sink than anything else.
Could be a villain.
Who could be a villain.
So, cool. My piece of news for the week. Are we doing time for that?
Yeah.
So I always get excited because I'm the one pushing the whole story-based video game thing on us. And I've even had thoughts like, do we finally cut it? But no, I love it. Once we start getting more story-based video games, there's some in the pipeline, I think is going to be back to being relevant again. But there was a heavy rumor, all but confirmed, and down to who, and I don't remember now who the developer was. There is going to be a third-person action, single-player, story-based video game of John Wick.
That would be dope.
I feel like if there's like any action franchise that is set up for a violent third-person video game, it's stinking John Wick.
It's gonna be so cool. I want to have one mission where you get to snipe someone.
Yeah, so supposedly it's going to have a lot of gunplay, a lot of like the physical action, the fighting, because that's what he's famous for. A lot of like him in cars doing stuff, and
that's going to be so fun. I'm excited for that.
If they pull it off, like I'm hoping. I got so excited about this because the idea of single player games is dying in the game world. Everything is multiplayer, online multiplayer. Everything is online multiplayer. And the story-based video games were so great. And so if Wolverine can hit, if John Wick can come out and hit, that gives us hope for the future. Because developers are like filmmakers. Once one thing becomes big, everybody wants to do it. So I think it could resurrect that genre, which I'm praying for.
I really hope it's good.
Oh, I do have 2 pieces of video game news.
Really?
I forgot this won't matter as much to you. So I'm really excited and terribly afraid of the release. I've talked about this on here of the next Ghost Recon game.
Yeah.
We got some news that a leak came out that it's heavily rumored that it's going to be set in Vietnam, which is a cool like jungle style setting, which will be fun. And supposedly, according to this, what I was reading is it is going to still lean into a single player story based.
Oh, that's huge for you then.
That would be it is still first person shooter, which I'm not wild about, but if it has a story,
then you could probably tough through it.
Especially if it's open world. I'm praying it's open world, but if it's got a story, I can definitely deal with first person. So that was good news. So 2 bits of story-based video game news this week.
You ready to start with top 10?
I'm ready. I don't have any idea when we started this.
I just
podcast.
checked right before. Last time I checked, we were like 25 minutes in.
And we probably wasted. I don't know when that was though, so I have no idea.
I
have a feeling this is going to be a short episode this week.
Maybe. I think it might be around 50 minutes.
Maybe. I don't know. I could see it coming in well short of that.
We could get through this in 5-10 minutes though.
Yeah, let's check and see where we're at time wise.
You can explain the top 10 list.
Yeah. So this top 10 list is something that I am super super excited about. I am a nerd for when it comes to music. I am a musician myself. I'm a composer. I've done some documentaries, and someday we'll be doing huge A-list movies because I'm going to be working on your movies.
Yeah.
So I love movie scores, and it just popped into my head after we watched Indiana Jones. So John Williams famously did Indiana Jones and like every other big movie ever, all of Spielberg's movies, and we're like, what are John Williams' best themes? First we said movies, but then some movies have multiple great themes in it. So we decided, what are his 10 best themes? And so if you're not aware of what I mean by theme, because that's not necessarily known by everybody, so like let's take Star Wars, for example. Star Wars has the main theme, the main song that you hear when the credits, or not the credits, but the opening scroll comes in, the famous one. But then Darth Vader, whenever he first showed up, we had the Imperial March, another theme. So that movie has multiple themes. So that's what we mean by theme.
Okay.
So I don't have... and I should. I'm terrible at titles. I don't actually have the titles of all of these themes. I think you might. So good for you.
I think there's only 2 that I don't actually.
So I apologize. I should, but I didn't have time to grab those.
Imagine someday if there's a little podcast doing top 10 Benjamin themes.
Benjamin J. Denon themes. Oh, that would be awesome.
Who's going first?
All right. I always lead off on top 10s. So we're going to start with honorable mentions. These, for me, this week are in order. I'm not always, but this week I am. So my first, and I will say this. Every one on my list I consider a banger, 1 through 13. So my 13 could have easily been a top 5 theme.
I'm ranking them on how much I like them.
Same. Okay, my number 13 is Leia's theme from A New Hope, and then brought back throughout the movies that she is in.
Interesting.
So really beautiful theme, really interesting. I wish we could play the themes, but obviously we'd get copyright struck. But just really beautiful, really cool theme. My number 12, this was so hard to put it this low, is the second theme from Harry Potter, Harry's Wondrous World. That is the name of it. So not that opening one that is played at the beginning of each movie in the prologue. It is the second major theme in Harry Potter. It's called Harry's Wondrous World. It's just bigger. So so that's that one. Mm-hmm. And then my number 11, this one was on many, many, many different spots on my top 10 list. A lot of people don't realize John Williams did this movie. He's known for big budget action movies is what John Williams is known for. But he also did a family comedy in Home Alone. and he wrote a theme called "Somewhere in My Memory," and it is one of my favorites. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. During when I'm at work, I have music playing in the background in my headphones, and during Christmas season, I had a jazz version of "Somewhere in My Memory" playing on repeat for hours a day because it's just so beautiful.
I might be talking about a few of those later.
Okay.
My 13 is the Jaws theme. I couldn't find this one specifically. I didn't want to listen to every single one on the...
I will say this, Jaws didn't even make my
Really?
top 13.
So I just made it put it there because it's so iconic.
It's so iconic, and has any composer ever done more with 2 notes?
No.
I mean, just unbelievable. Like you said, anytime you get in the pool, somebody's singing the Jaws theme. That's just funny. Okay, go ahead.
12 is the E.T. flying theme.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a banger. And then 11 might be a little low. Duel of the Fates from X-Men. Oh, wow.
Oh, I almost spit out my
Really?
pop. Duel of the Fates is that low for you?
For sure. No, there's definitely... I think I don't love that one.
Oh.
Really?
Well, I'm going to talk about that one later.
Interesting. It's very low for me.
I'm definitely gonna be talking about that one much later.
Better.
So Duel of the Fates. So Duel of the Fates, and I'm gonna be talking about that theme more later. But one of the things that represents for me. So again, I'm a music nerd, and every composer has their thing, and most composers are famous for using a one instrument group. Like they're famous for, like, Hans Zimmer's always known for his strings, his percussion, and like synthesizers. I know that's more than one, but that's, if you hear a Hans Zimmer score, you can usually tell what it is by the instrument that's playing. John Williams, it doesn't matter what every movie he has something different that he is featuring, which is just so amazing. So anyway, on to number 10. My top 10. This is not from a movie.
What could it be?
John, you might not know he did this. John Williams composed the Olympic fanfare. If you listen to the opening of any Olympics broadcast, at least in America, in the U.S., they play that big theme song to the Olympics.
I had no clue that was him.
He wrote it in 1984.
No clue that was him. Yeah,
for the Olympics were in L.A., I believe, in 1984, and he was chosen to write it, and now we use it, and probably will for all time. It will stand as the theme song of the Olympics. Can you imagine
writing the theme song for the Olympics, dude?
That is his enduring legacy. That's just so cool. Just so cool.
My number 10 is the Flight to Neverland song from Hook. I thought this one was a banger.
It's beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
It didn't make my list. I wanted it to.
And I really like this movie from the last time I saw it. So.
Yeah, boy, Hook gets just absolutely trashed by people. We need to rewatch it soon. I'm hoping you don't hate it. So many people do. I enjoy it. It's silly. It's a kids movie though. It's not meant to be Indiana Jones in Peter Pan form. Like, it is a kids movie still. Anyway, beautiful theme. Beautiful theme.
Yeah, we definitely need to rewatch it soon.
My number 9, very simple theme that is haunting, and that's the theme from Schindler's List.
I barely didn't make it.
Yeah, it didn't make your cut. Just super haunting.
I didn't listen to it because the movie scarred me.
That's true. That's part of the reason why it's so haunting, is because it was used in just some horrendous scenes, because it was obviously depicting something that we all need to be aware of. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Schindler's List, what a beautiful score.
My number, what are we on, 9?
Mm-hmm.
The opening song from Home Alone.
Somewhere in My Memory.
I love that's one of the ones I did. There was another one that I thought I got the name for, but apparently it was wrong. This is wrong too. The opening song from Home Alone. Well, is it the same one? Because mine's the one when it opens. The movie opens.
It might not be. I wonder. I think it has Somewhere in My Memory in it, that theme. Oh no.
Okay. Well, then
it's not the same theme.
Mine's the one that is.
Yeah. You're right. It is a different theme. Okay. Cool. That is a great one.
This one's the most more iconic in my opinion. Like I could recognize. Oh, I might be able to recognize Home Alone for both, but like when Home Alone starts, that's the first thing I hear, and I'm like, I start locking in from that song. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now as soon as we get off broadcast, gosh, I wish we could play them right now.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to listen to it and compare it. Listen to them. Somewhere in My Memory, and then the opening theme. How different are they, and which one is more Home Alone to you? So Somewhere in My Memory is like all the sentimental scenes, is where Somewhere in My Memory is found. So you're right, it isn't the same one. Okay, number 8.
You go.
I go number 8. Yeah. E.T. Flying. The song.
Oh, so
Flying.
that's a good bit higher than mine.
Yeah, number 8. It's just this beautiful soaring. You can hear, if you listen to it, you can, because this is one of Williams' earlier pieces. I think when you listen to it, you'll hear a little bit of Jurassic Park in there. You'll hear a little bit of Home Alone, of Hook. Like you can hear like him developing a style in it. Nice. That is really cool. So it's beautiful and it's iconic.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, it is good.
My number 8 is the Raiders March from Indiana Jones.
Oh, that low.
I think because I love these ones coming up.
Okay.
Love these ones coming up.
Indiana Jones. Well, we're definitely going to talk about that one more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So number 7. I don't love this movie and don't hold it against me, but the theme is like so iconic it was used in a movie. A remake that is not a remake, and that is the Superman theme.
That's really low.
That is really low for the Superman theme.
Because
I know.
The Superman theme's like, it's so iconic. Even if you didn't love the movie, the song
It's super iconic, but everything in front of it to me, arguably one, is just as iconic to me. But yeah, it was, and I loved that Superman, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? Superman? Isn't there a tag to it? Or is it just Superman?
Superman.
Okay. Superman paid homage to it. I thought that was so awesome that they included that in their movie.
That's a bit low.
It is a bit low, probably, but that's where it landed for me.
My number 7, Star Wars main title. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Star Wars main title.
Number 7. Is there anything about it that knocks it down? Because that's low.
All these are just better.
Just better, do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Super iconic. If we were to take a bunch of movie scores and only play the first note or first chord is what it is, the one that you would recognize instantly the most is the Star Wars
I think
theme.
every single one ahead of this I would recognize first.
Just by one note, though, that opening "da" is so iconic to Star Wars that it's just that note alone would.
Am I getting them confused with a different one?
Maybe.
I don't think so because okay, I'll talk about it later.
Okay, maybe. All right, so we're up to number 6,
Yes.
right? My number 6, you had it criminally low, is Duel of the Fates. Duel of the Fates is the shining star of the first movie, Phantom Menace. I was going to say the original trilogy, but no. Or not the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy, but prequel, thank you. No, the third movie stands on its own. But Duel of the Fates, the reason why this one stands out so much for me, for John Williams, is he is not known for that big, huge choir sound that was made wildly popular by the movie Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And so he hadn't done a ton of that in his scores, and for him to pull that in and make it entirely John Williams was just beautiful.
I just don't think it's better than Superman.
You don't think it's better than Superman?
Nope.
When I said a couple minutes ago, arguably one, that's the one I meant. Superman could have gone above Duel of the Fates. I wouldn't. I'm going to stick to it, but I wouldn't mind if I lost that argument.
My number 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is I don't know the name. The prologue for Harry Potter.
It's prologue.
Okay, prologue Harry Potter. Yeah, I think it's great. I think I could recognize this before I could recognize the Star Wars.
I just mean, if you only heard one note, I don't think you would recognize the Harry Potter. Maybe because of the instrument. So let me see. I want to see something. I think I know what it is. Yeah, the Celeste. So there is a classical instrument that is rarely used ever. And he used it for Harry Potter. It's called the Celeste or a Celesta, depending on how you pronounce it. No, that's
No.
That's Harry's Wondrous World. It's da na da na 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 na.
Well, then what's this one?
Na, 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 na. The other one you just sang was Harry's Wondrous World.
But then what's the one that I have?
I just sang it.
Isn't it the same thing?
No.
I'm so
Yeah,
confused.
they're very similar
Well,
because
that's
they're
what
the
I
same
was trying to
movie.
sing.
You were trying to, you know which one it is because
Okay.
you'll recognize it. It is the more iconic of the Harry Potters. I think you have it right. You were just singing Harry's
Okay.
Wondrous World because they're the same movie. They're going to have similar
Okay.
vibes to it. So, Harry Potter prologue is my number 5.
Okay.
So we were almost lined up on that one. Just all the things I said, and to bring in
And
the
I
Celeste.
I watched those movies on repeat when I was like 10 years old, so I recognize these really well because of that already.
Yeah. Well, and what I was getting to with the Celeste or Celesta, depending on how you want to pronounce it. What's so funny now is that in Hollywood, if that is used in a movie, it is used to portray magic because
Oh,
of
really?
John Williams.
Because
Yeah.
of-
So if you want to portray magic in a score, you bust out a Celeste. I just think
That's
that's
cool.
That
That's really
to be that iconic is cool.
My number 5 is the Superman theme.
Okay.
It's a great one. It's very great.
Have you truly listened to that? I'm just curious. This isn't a knock or anything. Have you listened to that score on the original, not the based on the new
I
one?
did. Well, I did today.
Okay. Okay. Cool. It is. There's nothing wrong with
Is that the
saying
one
it.
that played when he started flying and the like? Okay, then yeah, I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, it is
And
absolutely
the Lego
gorgeous.
Batman 3.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did. That's right. That got really old, but the worst one was
the
Wonder Woman theme.
because it was so much louder and so much more obnoxious.
It was mixed so badly.
Oh my god!
And it's people singing, and it's
Yeah.
just oh gosh, yeah. Lego Batman 3,
Yeah, peak game though.
awesome game. Great. So that was number 5.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4. I cannot believe you have this that low, and that is the Raiders of the Lost Ark theme. Indiana Jones
got
Raiders of the Lost
8.
Ark. So my childhood was the theme of my childhood was 2 trilogies. And it was 100 years ago. It was Star Wars and Indiana Jones. That was like every kid played and wanted to pretend they were Indiana Jones or they were a Jedi. And for me, I leaned Indiana Jones. So Indiana Jones, when I hear that soundtrack, it is the soundtrack of my childhood. Like I hear it and I think of me and my brother going in the backyard pretending we're Indiana Jones trying to rescue something or fighting Nazis.
Really?
That is when I hear that theme.
So, hold on. So was Harrison Ford just like the coolest person ever?
Oh, he was by far, not even close, my favorite actor until I was basically in college.
Really?
He was just the coolest because he was
He
in
was Han Solo and he was in
Indiana Jones. And those were the biggest movies for me as a kid. The reason I love movies is because of Harrison Ford and those
Imagine he
two
was in
roles.
Lord of the Rings or something.
Oh my gosh, that would have been just it for me. But no, he was by If there was no Harrison Ford, because the original trilogy, Han Solo is definitely my favorite. It's not even close. If there was no Harrison Ford, this podcast wouldn't be happening because I wouldn't care. He made me love movies.
Yeah, well, Harrison Ford's all now he just doesn't like Star Wars.
Yeah, now he hates Star Wars, which makes me sad.
My number 4 is apparently I got the name wrong. What was it, Harry Potter's Wondrous World?
Yes.
I have it Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone as the name. That
Um,
must have been the movie it was in, or Sorcerer's Stone.
yeah, I think it's the same theme.
Because that's the one I was thinking.
Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of. I'm pretty sure it's called Harry's Wondrous World. At least it was when I clicked on it on Spotify. So, yeah, gorgeous theme.
Gorgeous theme. And again, the Harry Potter movies, I watch them on repeat, so these are going to be more memorable to me because I listen to them all the time.
Yeah, great. It's just beautiful. My number 3 is the Star Wars main theme. The opening credits, the main one. For all the reasons I've already said, it's so, I've used the word iconic too much, but we're talking about the most iconic composer ever. And it is. You hear it, you go Star Wars.
My number 3 is also Star Wars, by the way. It's not the main theme.
Yeah, okay.
Are you done talking about that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The Cantina Band.
Oh.
I love it, dude. I love it so much.
Didn't make my list, but it is a great one.
I love the Cantina Band so much. I don't know. It probably shouldn't be this high at all. I just love it. I love it.
What I love about it so much, again, I cannot speak highly enough about this from a musical nerd standpoint. What is John Williams known for? Big, soaring scores, orchestras.
And that's just not.
It's a small jazz band.
Yeah, and it still is made this high.
And it's a jazz band that somehow sounds like a bunch of aliens are playing.
Yeah.
Like, he just did it. He went and said, all right, I'm going to make
awesome.
it happen. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. All right, my top two, and this one, I agonized over. I went back and forth since we talked about doing this. I've been thinking about it nonstop. It was number one for most of the time. It lost. It is now number two, Jurassic Park.
That's my number two also.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's such a banger, dude.
It is so gorgeous. It features the piano, which is again not a typical thing for John Williams. But oh my gosh, what a beautiful theme!
It's so good. It's an all-timer. It's in the top 3 of all time. It's so good.
I don't think it's his most iconic score, but I will fight somebody to the death over the fact that I think it's his most beautiful score.
It's so good. I mean, it's beautiful. And that's why every single Jurassic movie's used it.
Yeah, and it's to not use it. I mean, you almost don't want to go to the movie. Like it's not Jurassic Park at this point.
It's probably a reason it got the Jurassic World Rebirth got a whole half star. Like, that scene was one of the best scenes in the whole, if not the best scene in the movie.
I just remember the cinematography of like. When the theme comes on, it's like at the end of the movie. Do you remember at the end of the original Jurassic Park when they're in the helicopter and they see they're leaving the island finally and they see the flying dinosaurs and the theme comes on and it's just so it's just so perfect and so beautiful. And,
that movie's incredible also.
Oh, it is. Jurassic Park is up there. Have we ever done we haven't done our top 10 Steven Spielberg yet, have we?
Because I wanted to watch a good amount more Spielberg.
That's right. So that's coming. That is definitely coming. All right, you're number 2?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's right, Jurassic Park. And then, so I'm guessing, are we the same? My number 1 is the Imperial
Okay, that's mine too. I was worried that was what you were saying was the main theme.
No, the Imperial March is Darth Vader's march. Dun, 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 dun. Is there anything that can convey awesomeness and scariness and anything better?
No, there's just not. It's like, it's so, you can't help but stop whatever you're doing and look at the screen when this comes on. You just can't. I don't know what else to say. It's awesome. It's hard to talk about how much I like these because it's my only real points, because I don't know, like, the instruments they're awesome and they're iconic. Those are like my 2 argument points there.
I was just looking something up. Yeah, it is. It is just it is. I mean, people use it as like back in the day when people had like more custom cell phone rings. You'd always put it on the person you don't want to hear from.
Yeah,
like it's just the song is just so great.
It's so awesome.
And yeah, that's I don't think I can come up with anything better to say. John Williams is a gem. We're reaching the end of his time as a composer.
He's making music for Disclosure Day.
Yep, but he
how old is he?
In his 90s.
Wow.
He has made the largest impact out of Hollywood of anybody Hollywood of anybody.
Me and him are talking about is that in all time, like, it's for greatest actors of all time, greatest directors of all time. It's always, there's like 10 to 20 or whatever, 5 to 10 in the conversation for best actor or best director of all time. There is like 5 to 10, 2 to 5, however many composers for the second place. But the first place is John Williams. It's not even close.
It's not even close. And no. I've heard people try to make the argument that it's not him, and that it's just casual fans who think that. But hey, I'm a professional musician, and I will go to the mat on this one. He is the most unique, the most well versed. He has the biggest range of any composer I've ever heard. Like you said, I think there are some great arguments for number 2, and we could have a fun time trying to figure out who the second best composer.
Hans Zimmer, Ludwig, Gore, son.
Yeah, what's it? James Horner, who did Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
There's some great names, and Hans Zimmer is really up there for me. He might be number 2. I think he's great.
I just don't know what else he's done. He did Aladdin, blew my mind.
He's done a lot of different sounding scores too, which I love. But
he hasn't written Jurassic Park and Star Wars. So
I mean, how many other composers can say, if I hear 5 seconds of a theme as a non-musician, if non-musicians hear 5 seconds of most of these themes on here,
they
can name the movie. How many other composers can you say that about? Not many.
Just not many at all.
So I would say that 94 years old, John Williams still composing. He did do Disclosure Day. He has made by far the largest impact on Hollywood, and he is certainly a big reason why this humble musician is trying to still write scores for movies. I just love it. I just love listening to him, and he's inspiring.
So is that everything?
I think that is a complete episode.
I think it was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
Thank you guys for watching. I have no clue what we're going to talk about next week, actually. Not the tiniest bit of clue. But see you guys next Tuesday.
Stay salty.